Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video I'm gonna talk about all the books I've been reading. I'm gonna talk about the books I've been reading in November and December of 2020. All the books I've been reading till the new year. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about at first I'm gonna talk about the books that I have read, that I have on my own bookshelf, that I own, that is already here, and then I will talk about the books that I have either listened to or borrowed from my library. So yeah, now let's talk about them. So I don't know if I'm gonna take this in the right order from when I've read them, but I think I will do that though. In the last October I started Prästgårdens hemlighet, and I finished this book in November. This is about a vicarish place, a vicarish house in the northern of Sweden. We are following the 12-year-old Vanessa. She doesn't believe in ghosts, but she wants to do something for her YouTube channel. So she and her two best friends decides to take them with her so she can make a video for her YouTube channel in this place, or in this house that is haunted. Like I said, Vanessa doesn't believe in ghosts, but what happens if she did caught a ghost on her camera? So this place is actually well known. I think this place in Sweden is well known all over the world. So it's a vicarish place, yeah, I will put the name of where it is, but it's a well-known place, and I think it's not just famous here in Sweden, it's famous all over the world, because it's actually one of the most haunted places in the world. So anyway, let's talk about the next book. Then I'm gonna talk about a book now that I actually started in the summer, but then put down because I couldn't read because I was too stressed. So now in November, I think it is, yes, in November I decided to read this book and actually finish it. And the book I'm talking about is Tales of a Witchcraft. I have done a book review of this book, so I'll put it here somewhere in the description. But I am so glad I read it, I'm actually glad that I gave this book a chance, because it's actually very good if you're not too stressed. But anyway, I'm so glad I read this book, and I gave it 4 stars on the Goodreads. And I think I gave this book also 4 stars on Goodreads. Now I'm gonna talk about a book that I at first borrowed from a library. Then my beautiful friend Linda sent me both Christmas and birthday gifts to me, and I'm so glad and thankful for it. So if Linda, if you see this, thank you so much. Yeah. Anyway, I read this, and it is short story collection of horror stories or thrillers stories about during the Christmas, and yeah, the theme is Christmas, and it's not so cute and lovely, and it's just it's anything but cute and sweet. So this is a short story collection, and I loved every short story in this book. My favorite are though, let's see if I can. My favorite is my friend Linda. She wrote the first short story, and that's my favorite. I mean, so that story that she wrote for this short story collection is scary. Then we have The Object by Jessica. That also is that story is about a YouTuber that is kidnapped. That is yeah. It's a not the. I will just say this. The object is you are following a person who's watching this YouTuber on YouTuber, and this person believes that they are friends, and this person does some things. Anyway, it's creepy, but it's very good. And the thing is, I am a booktuber. I do YouTube videos, and so in that way, that story is creepy as well, and my favorite. Then I would say the third story is also my favorite. Yeah, but anyway, every story in this book is awesome. It's good. So yeah. Anyway, now I'm gonna talk about the last book that I own, and the clock is ticking. So hopefully this might be not a very long video, but I'm sorry if it will be a long video. So the next book I'm gonna talk about, it was the last book I read in December, and the last book I actually read in 2020. So, The Mercies by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. I have made a reading vlog on this, so I won't talk too much about it, but it's I'm so glad I read it and gave this book a chance, because the cover is very beautiful, but also the story is great. Yeah, I'm so glad I read it. Now we are going to talk about the books that I've been reading, or when I mean reading this time, I mean but listen or borrow from a library. So, and I will do this quick because, yeah. I think we will start with a book by W.V. Bruce Cameron, A Dog Purpose. I'll put in a picture here of the book. Book 1. I gave this 5 stars on the Goodreads. It was, I love dogs, so any story about a dog, I love that. Then I read The Gunslinger by Stephen King. I have a book review on that too, so I'll put that in the description. But yeah, I gave the book 3 stars, and even though I think it was a little better in English than in Swedish, I still think it's not the best one, if I put it that way. Then I read Together with a Friend, Liv i överflöd by Christina Appelqvist. Then I also read, and I gave that book 3 stars. Then I read The Bookshop of Secrets. I gave that book 4 stars. I have made a reading log on that book, so I'll put that in the description. Mörka rummet by Lina Kangas. That is a short story, or yeah, it's a short story. Then I read a thriller by a Swedish person called Den som vet, or that who knows, maybe if you can translate it that way. I gave that book 5 stars, and I listened to it. Then I read or listened to I skuggorna de vandrar, In the Shadow They Walk by Caroline Hurtig. I gave that book 4 stars. Yeah. So that is all the books I've been reading lately, and that is also all the books that I was managed to finish before the new year. I'm so glad that I had read so much of my own books in the end of last year. For me, I'm very glad, because my bookshelf is still all full of books, and I can't really buy books. So I'm glad I have read 4 books on my own bookshelf before the end of the year. I wish I could have read more, but anyway, I'm happy about that. And of course, I've been reading more other books on my bookshelf, but these 4 are the books that I have finished at the end of last year. And now I will end this video here, and let me know in the comments, what have you read? Did you read anything before the end of the year? Or yeah, is there any of these books do you want to read? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and share my videos. That will really help my channel grow and make me happy. Bye.